Hello and welcome to W Rated, where we willingly watch the world's worst rated movies. Today, you've joined us on our road to Razzies, a special run of episodes looking at the nominations for the worst films of 2022, according to the controversial Golden Raspberry Awards. For new listeners, I'm Daisy, and as always, I'm joined by podcast co-creator, host and editor Claire. Claire, do you want to tell us what film we're talking about this episode?
Today we are discussing Mack Rita, the fantasy film directed by Katie Aselton, written by Madeline Water and Paul Welsh. The film currently has a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb, and over on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 25% critic score and a 48% audience score. This is on the lower side for our Razzies 2023. And I'm just going to say here and now, that's fucking bullshit. Go away. Have some joy in your lives. Mack and Rita is good.
And that concludes our Mack and Rita episode.
Oh, it's only got one nomination. So maybe they did think the film was good. It's only got one nomination, which is for Worst Actress, Diane Keaton.
Oh, Diane Keaton. She doesn't deserve that, but I think we'll go into that in more detail. Because you told me
that I really liked
this, going into it, I think you helped me adjust for what the film was going to be, and I enjoyed. I mean, I still might have enjoyed it anyway, because I kind of like with these like generic, just a bit more cliche, kind of like not groundbreaking like script or whatever films. I kind of just like, I don't mind the comedy, modern comedy ones. Like I just find them easy to wash over. You know how you've got like the people that love action, so they don't really mind the cheaper generic action films, they just like the genre. I think because I just like don't mind like the genre. For me, this is like the perfect kind of this is how I turn my brain off. This kind of film. I can get straight into the world because it's the world that we live in, even if it's got fantastical elements in it. And there's beautiful people wearing beautiful clothes, and the stakes aren't too high. You know, it's all going to work out in the end.
The biggest stake is, will the 30-year-old man sleep with a 70-year-old woman? And I keep bringing my housemate Jenny up, but she just keeps coming into my space while I'm watching these films. She's like, what do you do? I watched this one in my bedroom. And I was lying on my bed watching it on my computer screen at the desk, and she ended up just sitting in my desk chair with her feet on
loves
the desk,
these films, let's be honest.
it. And she was like, is he gonna kiss her? Oh my god. And she didn't know how she felt, and she left the room.
Interesting. I love how Jenny always watches at least a bit of these films with you. I think she wants to be part of this.
She does.
Yeah. I mean, this is already going into like grains of sound detail, but I'm pretty sure he said he was 40.
Okay.
Which I don't believe, but he's a very, very good looking 40. Not that 40-year-olds are bad looking, but he looks a lot younger than 40. I love him. He was in 90210 and Schitt's Creek, and he also did a secret celebrity drag race appearance, which made me love him even more.
Amazing.
So yeah, I can't remember what his name is. Is it Dustin something? Dustin Milligan.
Yeah, didn't rate him in 90210. Loved him in Schitt's
I mean,
Creek.
he was just,
he had nothing to do. Yeah,
he was eye candy on that. He was in Final Destination 3. Apparently he was also in A Simple Favor. Do you remember him in that?
Yeah, I do. He plays her brother. He's the fucked brother of the aforementioned brother fucker.
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, I just spoiled that for you. Apologies.
It's fine. I won't remember because I don't understand it without the context, so it's fine.
Cool. Great.
Although I probably will remember it when I'm about to watch it.
You'll remember it like 2 seconds before the scene happens, and by the time the scene's happening, you're like, "Is this really? Oh, okay."
Okay, fine. Oh well.
Likes a bit of taboo sex.
Right. Okay. I mean, I think he is one of those actors who is generically gorgeous, but goes for some of these a little bit off kilter roles, which is quite refreshing.
Yeah.
Like having seen him on Drag Race, obviously you hear him, not the character. He very much was like, I like to push boundaries, I like to test myself. He's very secure with himself, so it's always nice to see him knowing a little bit more about the actor.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gives a bit of insight into the roles that he takes and stuff. But it was nice to see him when he joined. The other people I recognise other than obviously Diane Keaton
We have Elizabeth
was
Lael from You.
I've not seen that, so
she is the girl in the first season of You,
right.
and she was in that phone movie where the phone tells you when you're going to die.
Oh yeah, I remember that trailer.
That trailer, man, just every fucking film for like 3 months.
Yeah, you're right. It
Oh,
was.
I'll go to my deathbed never remembering the name of that film, but knowing every line of the trailer.
Taylor Page, who's in Zola, which I haven't seen.
Oh
but
my god, she's so good in Zola, and
is she?
that was my only thing that slightly upset me. I don't know when this came out, but I assume this was when this was filmed. But I assume it was filmed after Solar. She's the lead in Solar, and she's so fucking amazing in Solar. And it makes me really sad that following Solar, she moves into doing like a supporting part in a small kind of lower budget. Just go watch Mack Rita because I thought it was fun, but absolutely please go and watch Solar. It's so brilliant. I saw it in the cinema, so I don't know. It'll be somewhere. Okay. It'll be somewhere.
But I saw her in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She plays like really, really small supporting role, but she was just like when she was on screen, she was just captivating.
Loretta Devine, Grey's Anatomy.
Yes. I've only seen the first 2 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, but I recognised her instantly. Her voice. Her voice is gorgeous. But someone mentioned quite a lot of these people have been in really, really good stuff, and it's kind of they've been their breakout in the last sort of like few 5 years, and now they're all in this, and they're a bit like, why?
But even because we had the older women groups, you've got Wendy Malick, who is like a sitcom star. Was it the sitcom called Shoot Me or something? Most recently, she's in the Apple TV show Shrinking.
Okay.
She's in that. You've got Amy Hill.
Amy Hill, I recognise.
She's been in loads of things. Lois Smith has been in a ton of stuff. I recognised a lot of the actors in this. Again, like you say, they've all either kind of older stars who've just still hanging about, good for them, or younger stars who have just kind of risen up recently.
The other ones that people mentioned for people like breakout stars recently was Simon Rex, who was the guy who did the little retreat thing. He was in Red Rocket, which I haven't seen, but that obviously was the same people that did Florida Project. Patty Harrison was a standout for me, who was the agent.
Patty Harrison,
because she's in I Think You Should Leave, and she's in a few sketches in that which are absolutely hilarious, which I have now taken on into my vocabulary on the day-to-day. So as soon as she came on screen, I like snapped it and sent it to my boyfriend and be like, look who's here.
Just everything is better with Patty Harrison. I first discovered her in this show Made for Love, which actually never made it over to the UK, which is bullshit. I got to see it because of I got copies of it through South by Southwest a couple of years ago. She's brilliant. She plays best friend in that, but she always shows up in smaller bit parts. She's fantastic and fabulous, and if you've not seen her, it's a little bit of like a romantic drama called Together. It is, I believe, on Netflix, and you should all watch it because she is delightful in it.
I think she's a writer as well, isn't she? She's a comedian in herself as like, I think she does like that kind of sketch improv comedy as well as acting. So I think she's been involved in quite a lot of bits. Like she's a writer on Big Mouth, for example, as well. But I'm looking forward to her showing up a lot more in stuff. It seems like that's her trajectory. So yeah, I think highlight for me with her was when she was talking to Mack/Rita, which I think we should explain for the plot in a sec. But when she hangs up the phone in the bath, but she puts her phone down in the bath as if she would put it down on the side with like out of frustration. So she like purposely puts it down in the bath. I can't explain it. You're gonna have to watch it because it's not like I'm throwing it in the bath. Yeah, it's just she just drops it in the bath like that's completely. I just don't know how to explain it. Like she's just a master of physical comedy. What can I say?
Yeah, adore her.
She's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Just brilliant.
I really want to see some of her stand up.
Oh, has she got like a filmed stand up?
I don't think so, no, but I know she's like she was at
Okay.
the Soho Theatre at one point.
Oh, Soho
So
here.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her trajectory because she keeps popping up in stuff
She's
now.
popping up in a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which
So
is great.
but yeah, so I can go into the plot. So Mack and
Sure.
Rita follows a young girl called Mack, who's in her 30s, who is my spirit animal because she is dragged along to a Hindu, and I think I did watch this quite soon after having gone to a Hindu. And she doesn't like Hindus, and she doesn't like dressing up, and she doesn't like being a 30-year-old and having to be glam all the time, and she just wants to be an old woman and lie down and be tired and be left alone. I'm like, girl, I feel you. Just let me be old and in gremlin mode, and like, please, I'm done. Like, being 30 is no fun. And she ends up in some weird spiritual retreat, and she is like, I just want to be old. And she has a Freaky Friday moment, or more like a big moment than a Freaky Friday moment.
Yes.
Where she suddenly ages from 30 to 70, and so it goes from Elizabeth Lale to Diane Keating. So she confides in her best friend and then comes up with the cover story that she's her own aunt and she is house sitting while the real Mack, so she calls herself Rita, and that Mack is at a writer's retreat. And then she starts to see her life completely flourish as a 70-year-old, and she gets a successful career, and she falls for the guy next door, and she makes some really strong friendships, and then she kind of has to decide, does she want to stay old forever or go back to her old life with everything she's learned?
Indeed. I was like waiting for you to like not leave it on a cliffhanger and tell me what happened as if I haven't just watched this film myself. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was very charming.
Yeah, I thought it was sweet. I'll be honest. At the beginning, I think the beginning was rocky for me. I think once, to be honest, I don't know if I think it's a combination between didn't particularly love the lead.
Elizabeth Hale was not fair. It's not a role that was very hard. Bless her, she's a stunning girl, so it's very hard to believe that she has no confidence, doesn't like going out, which is horrible to say, but
yeah. But do you know what? I don't think it's completely her fault. I think the script didn't help. So I think her on-screen presence didn't sell the script to me, but the script was a hard sell to begin with. And I'm literally just talking about the first act, because you're right, you hit the nail on the head. It was really hard for me to believe that she felt so different from everybody else, and I think it just needed a bit of tweaking to get the point across more, because by the time you get to the end, it made so much sense. But it's that beginning of like, it was just too on the nose, and it was just too
trying to speed through something and be like, how can we make this the most obvious? Okay,
it was
we'll have
too
this,
signposty. It was just like, I liked the beginning, where very, very beginning, where they're like, oh, she was brought up by her grandmother, that was like set the scene, etc. But when, you just have these things where she's in Palm Springs for her best friend's
and she doesn't know what to wear to a bachelorette party, and it's like, even if she didn't like bachelorette parties and she doesn't like dressing up that much, she would have had one outfit that she could have worn. It's ridiculous.
Because it's not like she's in her, like, we're assuming her 30s, right?
Yeah.
It's not like she's suddenly put into this society fish out of water where she doesn't know how to fit in. I think they should have doubled down on the fact that she tries so hard to fit in
and feels
but
so
she doesn't like it. She feels so uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, if she's going somewhere, like, I'm just going to be a ramble, but if she's a person that's like, I know what I like, why can't I do those things? You need to give me a reason why she doesn't just go do those things anyway, because all she was doing is saying, oh, I feel like an old woman stuck in a young person's body, but I didn't understand why that was stopping her. It made sense at the end when they explained it, but the beginning was just her standing in a queue for what I thought was going to be some mad Palm Springs party.
It was just brunch.
And she was looking at old women over the road having brunch, saying, why can't I be over there? And it just was, I don't know how to describe it, Claire, but I know that you get it, but I just want to
Mhm.
be more like concise with how I'm saying it. It's just like, oh, someone's written it going, what's the easiest way
To get this across.
to get this across? And it's silly things like, I don't remember what she was wearing to the bachelorette. Oh, she was wearing like
A white shirt
uh
dress, but then really ridiculous, like,
no. I mean,
fur-hobbies.
even
Oh, a
before that,
little
she was
like a
wearing like a
boiler
boiler
suit?
suit,
Yeah.
and it wasn't massively flattering. But
Mhm.
she's 30. Like, if that's what she wants to wear, that's fine. But I believe she would have at least paired it with a belt and accessories, because skip forward a little bit, she dresses amazingly as an old woman,
Yeah.
and they're not even old clothes.
Yeah.
That's Diane Keaton's wardrobe.
Yeah.
Most people know what that looks like. Anyway, go back. The best friend goes, grab something out of my bag. Why does she wear the trendiest, most uncomfortable thing?
Yeah.
Like, that could be explained away in the script as, like, they did a little bit going, why are you wearing those? Like, it's, I wouldn't even wear that, blah, blah, blah. But then why did the best friend bring it? It just doesn't, it's these little
It
things.
well,
And I think,
it would have
because
been
we're,
easier if she had a dress on and we saw her putting it, like, taking off her comfy sweats and putting the dress on and being like shifting around in it, pulling it about,
yeah,
like, clearly doesn't feel comfortable. And then maybe one of the friends being like, put the heels on, and her being like, do I have to? And they're like,
yeah.
yes, put the heels on. And her being like, oh,
And it
okay.
feels a
Like,
little bit spoon feedy, but at the
yeah.
same time, it's like, at least you're showing something that feels real, rather than the character makes these decisions and then it's like explained
Hmm.
retrospectively.
Yeah.
Um, it was just really weird. I didn't believe it. Like,
It's a rocky start. It is a
it
rocky
was a,
start.
yeah, and I won't keep banging on about it. It was just really hard for me to put into
Hmm.
concise words what exactly was the problem. But it just felt lazy, like
Hmm.
lazy writing to
Hmm.
get to the point, to get to the inciting incident,
Hmm.
where it could have easily been massively fixed. I
Yeah.
just didn't believe her as a character at the
Hmm.
beginning.
Hmm.
However, Diane Keaton, I thought, was having a lot of fun,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I loved her, and I totally believed the character once she
Hmm.
was her. And it was almost as if, usually when you have these Freaky Friday big things,
Hmm.
the actress, or like even like Shazam, for
Hmm.
example, they base their performance on what the original character is, right? Because that's
Hmm.
the original character. I think the lead should have taken notes from Diane Keaton's
Well, I wonder if
performance,
she tried to, and maybe that's why it was like it wasn't how she would naturally perform.
but they needed to cut. They
It,
needed to,
it
that the
yeah,
cohesiveness is just like,
wasn't there. Yeah,
that's the problem. But I did believe it by the end, but that's because the lead is, sorry, I keep saying the lead rather than her actual
Elizabeth
name,
Lale.
Elizabeth Lale. She's not really on screen again for much longer afterwards.
Yeah,
That's
she's not
probably
really
why.
the lead. She's a supporting actress,
Yeah.
really.
But I fully believe Diane Keaton to be a 30-year-old in
Hmm.
a 70-year-old woman's body, because of the way that she spoke, the way she like held herself,
Hmm.
like even the writing seemed to make more sense in that.
Hmm.
And the way that she dressed was amazing. But they're trying to they're trying to say that she wants to act like and dress like
Mm.
a grandma in a negative way that her friends wouldn't appreciate. But then she acts like a 30-year-old when she is 70, in a way that everyone appreciates.
I think that's where the messaging got lost a little bit. So I think what they're
Yeah.
actually saying, which is what I got, was
Is that
that
if she was just herself, she would
and,
see.
and it wasn't that she wanted to be an older woman, it's that the only person she'd ever really been herself with was her
Yeah.
grandmother. So
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
associated being yourself with her
Yeah.
grandmother, and she loved
And
doing things with her grandmother. And when
yeah, and
she
I think
started,
that's a great
yeah,
plot. I
yeah,
really like that. And that's why my like of the film definitely went up in
mhm,
like the last 20
yeah,
minutes. But it shouldn't take that long to get to the
going,
point.
yeah.
And it was a bit too late by then to be a really good film. This
Mhm.
had the potential to actually be like a really good,
Oh yeah, like
like,
when I say I really liked it, I'm saying like 3.5 at best. I really
yeah,
liked
yeah,
this
yeah,
in the
yeah.
way that I like to watch something when I'm hungover on a Sunday.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame because by the time I got the message,
Mhm.
it was a bit like, and I always feel like I'm saying, oh, if they did this bit, then if they did that, I'd be moaning as well. But I don't know, like, when I got that message, I was like, oh, right, that's what you were going for. I really feel like that, like you say, I think the message got a bit muddled.
Yeah.
Because the character, the
Didn't know what she
drafting of the
wanted.
characters wasn't strong enough.
Yeah. I agree.
So Diane Keaton basically, what's the word? What's the thing of broke her back? What's the back analogy? It's just like
no
held the whole thing. Like I can't.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Think
I don't
of
know what
words.
the saying is. I don't know. Like I know what you mean, but I don't
know.
No,
it's just that that Diane Keaton basically made this film what it was, which wasn't fantastic but good.
But
and without
great
her,
fun.
it would have been
Which is why it's such a shame that she's been nominated. And I'm like, let her have fun. Let that old like I don't know. Again, is it you're seeing Diane?
Like, what's your reason? What's the reason?
Like, because obviously, First Wives Club, much better film than this, but she's wacky and zany and silly and odd and weird in First Wives Club. She's just giving us more of that in a different way.
She's just Diane Keaton in everything that she's in.
In the best way. And I'm like, are you just remembering Diane Keaton from like old Woody Allen films? Because if so,
but even that, she's quirky. So I don't really know what they're expecting.
No, I don't know. I thought this was great fun, and I was talking to my line manager about the podcast, and she asked what kind of films we do, and I mentioned this one, and she had paid to rent this and had really enjoyed it.
That's great.
Yeah, I just think it's another one for the girlies.
And we ate it up.
Maybe, and I did eat it up. I think the reason that I like this is that we're always saying out there on film Twitter that we don't get any like middle ground movies anymore, and we don't get any just rom-coms anymore, and we don't get the mid-budget, and this is not in the same league as any of the mid-budgeters from the 90s, but it's as close to that as I've found in a while, and I just enjoyed it. I like a film that has low stakes, that has interesting characters, that has nice costuming, and that I can just like come out feeling positive. It had a nice message. It didn't hurt anyone in the process. And you know what? Sometimes old people do have it easier, because sometimes I do just want to sit down.
No, I completely agree with you. I think that I enjoyed it for what it was, because we don't get many films like this. And I would even argue that this isn't even a romantic comedy. Like,
no, it's a fantasy comedy with some comedy. Romance. Yeah.
It's a woman-focused comedy, because like there's always that sort
it's
of
almost entirely women, isn't it?
And it's just like you say, it's for the girlies. Like good for its audience is 100% millennial women, and that's good. It's nice to have that. But it was just so like, how rom-coms can be, and that's absolutely fine. Like I'm thinking like fantastical rom-coms, 13 going on 30, for example. Like in that, she's got the big job, all of this, blah, blah, blah. This just felt so much more relatable and contained and grounded. Like,
I mean, she's still a writer / influencer, which is the new version of being a journalist.
Yeah, I suppose so. But like, she's not successful at it.
No, she's not successful, which is good. Yeah, she wasn't winning.
It was easy to put yourself in her shoes. Like, maybe not all of us have as good looking neighbours, but it's possible. And it just felt very.
Her apartment was very good though for someone that supposedly is
for
not
sure. It's
successful.
still got to be aspirational, but make the apartment smaller and dingier and the neighbour less hot, and then it could be a reality.
I was gonna say add a housemate, but it makes sense as to why she doesn't have a housemate, because then they would have been like, "Who the fuck is this woman in my house?"
But like I don't know, like it just all felt very grounded and contained, and it made sense considering it was a body swap type film. I just think that it had a bit more potential than it used.
But I think that's partially probably budget. Like it felt like a smaller.
For me, it was production. The writing, so I don't know how much budget would have affected that.
But maybe if there was a higher budget, there could have been some revisions. Like there would have been more time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, for sure. Like money's without a doubt always an object in these things. Yeah. But at the same time, I just think they wrote the script one way, they could have written it another way, and it would have been very.
I just wonder if the original draft had them going to a mad party, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't afford a party."
But it wasn't even about that.
No, it wasn't.
About that. Yeah, it was silly watching those shots going around the table one way, around the table the other way of the brunch. But like, I was just like, I get it. This is a low to mid budget. Like, it wasn't even about that. It was the writing of her character as the 30-year-old and the performance of it that I didn't gel with. But then, like, once Diane Keaton started having loads of fun, I bought into it. Then the message came around. I was like, all right, I see. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a wee shame, as Lynn would say.
But I think we're in somewhat agreement that it's an all right film. I liked it more than you did, but I feel like you enjoyed it for the most part.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
And I was very pleasantly surprised by what it was. I think based on I'd seen the poster before the nominations and was a bit like, what on earth is that? And so then...
Oh, I was so excited to watch this based on the poster, because I was just like, this is giving me like Wild Child vibes with the poster. Like I said, this is my, I don't want to say trash, but this is my how I turn my brain off. This is my escapism. Give me glossy, mid-budget, either rom-com or normal comedy, set in modern times. It means I could just instantly go there. Doesn't need to be great, but just
and so I think this is...
yeah.
Can I just say how many years I have had to edit out of these recordings? So shout out to people listening, because the ones that I've left in, you could do a damn good drinking game.
Is that just me or you as well?
It was all me. Just anytime you talk, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I thought that I do that as well. There you go. Maybe I'm just trying to catch up with you in that last last bit there.
But I think we're both in agreement that this is another one of our absolute worst, completely undeserved nominations. Leave Diane Keaton alone. Oh, yeah,
because it's only for her.
Yeah, leave Diane Keaton alone, man.
Stupid.
She's having a great fun, and I had a great time watching.
Do you know what it is? You're going to say, no, it's not, because I keep forgetting it's ballots. But I don't know what people who are voting in the ballots. I don't want to assume it's all just older men, but my mind goes to that. Maybe it's not. But again, it just reeks of... this movie wasn't made for you, so you don't get it.
I think it's also, and I think because we've only been covering the Razzies for 3 years now, and I think it's something that we're going to see more and more, because we're seeing it in society more and more. It's another, why is this treasured actor/actress who I have seen in all of these really serious, important films doing something low budget and trashy? And people going, when I
why
see
are they
Diane,
having fun? How dare they have fun?
When I see Diane Keaton on a film poster, I expect Oscar-worthy films. It's like, well, not
it's
everyone
all those
wants
Annie
to do that.
Hall fans, isn't it?
Yeah, get fucked. Woody Allen's a prick.
All you Woody Allen apologists who voted in this ballot. Obviously, my opinion is not fact. So we don't know that for sure, but there are conspiracy theories.
We love wild conjecture on this podcast.
There's nothing wrong with a little wild conjecture. Yeah. Let's one. Yeah. Do we want to say anything else?
No, let's just all be old people for a while.
I mean, I think she had a point, right?
Let women lie down.
That's the conclusion. Just not in old tanning beds.
No, never.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We hope you can join us for the next episode, where we keep running down that road on the way to the Razzies 2023. See you then.